Lagboot, are we just rolling dice because we can?
Test the system. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was rolling a
See,
perception check on Roll20 to see if I could see if it was working or not.
do 4D 99 million and see if that breaks the service again.
I'm not going to do that.
I'm gonna roll some dice to see if I'm getting drunk.
Is that a fort? Is that a fort thing? You gonna get fortitude?
It's a dead alewives thing.
You keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
Dice rolling is working.
Dice rolling is working.
I am kind of in, but it is just loading.
It just showed your icon pop up.
Yeah.
All right.
DM. Dylan, you're the only one.
I'll keep on refreshing.
I'm gonna go to another club because I can.
Nice.
I'm gonna go sit by this table in the back. Okay, everybody, we're gonna go look at this so you can see what's going on. I keep on knocking, but you can't come in. We're in a bar. As you can see.
Whoa. I see Gabriel.
I see your
Gabriel?
icons pop up in the bottom left-hand corner.
I just got a bunch of craziness.
Well, you keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
On my screen and now.
We're smoking weed that we're having friends.
Oh, wait. We lost Gabe.
Oh, I was going to play a song since we're not recording yet.
Keep it up, man. You can do it. So any other experiments anybody want to perform before the return to the keep at King's Landing?
I don't think so, but I did update my character sheet with spells specifically prepared for this adventure.
Let me take a look over there.
I'm having hot dogs. I'm having like chopped up hot dogs inside of scrambled eggs for breakfast at the inn.
Nice.
Which is really a weird thing that people like, but I've never tried. Apparently.
Now, your character's never tried it, or
I've never tried it, and my character's never tried it. So, I'm gonna partake in the local delicacy: hot dogs inside of scrambled eggs.
Dude,
is that a
Lagboot loves it.
I'll have some more. This bangers and eggs, please.
Bangers and ovums.
Ew. I just don't like that word. I guess I'm better off alone.
They do breakfast at the Gentleman's Club, and you can get eggs and legs.
What's eggs and legs? Chicken wings and eggs?
No, it's
scrambled eggs.
Eggs at breakfast when they do brunch at the Gentleman's Club.
Grippers.
The legs belong to women with daddy issues.
See, why you gotta go there? It was normal until you said that.
I'm sorry?
So why you gotta go there?
Mega Man.
Did I do something?
Just making generalizations.
Sorry about that.
The DM, did you get into the game?
Have I left the game?
Did you get into the game?
What? We've got a guest dungeon master here, the evil clock master.
Hello, my name's Mega Man, and sometimes Mega Man doesn't wear his helmet. That's
Sometimes
really
he doesn't wear his
right.
helmet.
That's not great.
Yeah.
He needs to wear his helmet if he wants to be safe.
Yep.
Yep.
And Mega Man's helmet has a light on it. Right here, it has a light on it, and another light that's an eye light and a square light. And
Clearly, my dungeon
big
master has brainwashed his child.
blue red ears. That's what his helmet
Turn him into a fan
looks
of Mega
like.
Man.
What's your favorite guy Mega Man to fight? Is it Woodman or Metal
No,
Man?
it's Steam Man.
It's not Dutzman?
It's Steam Man. Oh, actually, Dustman has a hole on his head. It's a square hole.
A square
And
hole?
yep, that's the best guy to fight, Dustman. Thanks, Daddy, for kissing me. No. Yeah. How much since?
Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks, Mega Man.
Find mommy. You guys survived the guest dungeon master session?
Just barely.
Rest up.
He told me that he's a big fan of Dutzman.
He's not saying Dutzman, he's saying Dustman. Dutzman is from Mega Man 1. Dustman, sometimes misremembered as Steam Man, because it looks like he's a steam cleaner, not a dustbuster, is from Mega Man 4.
Clearly, that child is brainwashed into loving Mega Man at a very young age. I think it's
I present him with a fair, unbiased.
Yeah. Here's this
presentation.
one thing of media for you, child.
Whatever. He initially gravitated towards Sonic, and it was only after playing Smash Brothers for a little bit that he was like, "Oh, Mega Man is way cooler than Sonic."
Have you shown him the Sonic movie with Jim Carrey?
Not yet. Did you give her a hug?
Dave, if I
sir.
try and cast Plane Shift again, just as an experiment before we, like the day before, can we try and see what happens with that situation, like as a experiment?
Yeah, it seems as if, still nothing is happening. It seems as if there has been a trans-dimensional, very high level, like 10th level spell cast, which is interfering with interdimensional summoning, interdimensional divination spells. Sending works potentially because it is a evocation spell, and maybe if somebody crafted this spell specifically to lock down a prime material plane or something like that, or a subplane, they might have overlooked evocation spells, thinking those don't go transdimensional.
No, they just blow things up.
Yeah.
Okay. Divination spells.
Chat.
I still.
These
can't
guys
get
are
into the game,
constantly
by the way.
thinking of ways to get us out of these
Oh, I
situations,
see you here.
and I'm just
Again.
always getting drunk and stoned.
Yeah, it's all just like
On their
really
days off, they
ugly
like
HTML code.
they've been
on
thinking.
my end, like, and then just like random stuff.
That's actually the next adventure. I'm teaching everyone CSS to Lou Bega's Mambo number 5.
I'm pretty sure my character is going to fail at that because I did in college. So that'll be fun.
Maybe you can watch the live stream that Lagboot has up.
That's totally a good idea. I can totally do that. Is it on YouTube?
It will be, but it's live
Oh,
right now. Everybody can watch.
Where
I just
where are
told
you
I just told everybody that you guys think about what we should do in our situations while we're off during the week, and I just get stoned and drunk during all of our sessions.
Nice. Do you have a link so Dylan can
Sure.
can watch and tell us what he sees?
That's a good idea, actually.
50 experience points.
Don't put it in the Roll20 chat though.
It's right there, dude. Just pick it up, copy and paste.
No, are you streaming on Twitch or YouTube? Or...
On Twitch, I'll put it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
I'll send you a direct message in Google Hangouts. Give me a second.
Oh, I can find you on Twitch.
Oh, okay. I went through all this trouble, so I'm definitely putting it in the chat.
Okay.
I went through a lot of fucking trouble to get that link.
Thank you.
All right.
Have an extra 50 XP.
I am.
Oh,
I am
no.
Now, yeah, I'm bumping up Lagboot's stream count. So another viewer for you, and I'll play that away.
Watch me not be able to get back in. I think I got out accidentally.
Oh, no, you fell. Can you watch your own stream?
Yeah, it's gonna get weird though. It's gonna be some Inception shit.
All right, so here you guys are out at a freaking outdoor gate area. No guards around. You guys tell them to buzz off, and you draw yourself your favorite trans-dimensional warp circle. One of those ready to go, and you definitely are, feeling the flow of the magic coming in here. And it lights up and no door opens in between.
That's
have some more magical runes.
Can I anything more I can discern with a knowledge planes check and or religion and or arcana? from this? Just trying to
Joshua.
see if
Hype in the chat.
if it's something
This looks so
that's
cool
like
though.
targeting this plane.
I'm so into this
to
game.
not be able to go off of it, or if it's something that just travel between the planes is not possible. I guess that's what I'm looking for.
All right, give me that roll. Give me an Arcana roll.
Arcana is gonna be.
See, this is where they This is where they fucking
That's
confuse me. These guys are so smart with this shit.
I can't roll it though.
I'll roll
Because
for.
I'm a chucklehead.
You better believe me when I say you only rolled a 9.
Ooh.
So,
Snap.
you do recall
Here's my
from
character
Leonard's
sheet, chat.
response. Planner interference from hostile power that Ziggy has aligned with.
I'm a male
So-
tiefling. This me.
Theoretically, there's some like
Dark vision.
planeswalker level powers
Armor class.
that
Hit points.
are working along with Sigmund, who is,
On level
that you
9.
set up as the king of this realm with his.
Yeah, we kind of screwed that up.
Yeah, I mean,
My 4th level spells are ball, lightning, and control
the
fire.
dude's an illusionist. He probably tricked Leonard a little bit too to get to this place and to where he is now. And who these people are? No freaking clue.
Oh, also, did we get a reply from Tyrion?
Nope, no reply from Tyrion.
No. Oh, that
It's
was
almost
quite
like-
the cliffhanger.
That's almost like pissing into the void.
Woke up! Hey, man.
That was the most George R. R. Martin thing that you've done in this entire time we've been in Westeros, Dave.
Oh God, it's so good.
Thank you.
You just like left us on this cliffhanger, and then when we come back a week later, because we had to read another chapter about Sansa, then yeah, there's nothing. The cliffhanger was nothing.
Yeah, but you did find out how Sansa got her butt cut off.
I guess that is a thing, but I mean, I was like, oh, there's this Tyrion chapter, and it's left on a cliffhanger. But we're gonna go away for a week while we're reading other stuff, and then when we come back, nothing. The cliffhanger was now there's no cliff.
There is no Tyrion even.
Yeah. Interesting. Well.
You want to try sending to Leonard again? Do you want more? Do you want to try that or?
Okay. Rather than, well, maybe in a minute. So can we do? How many are we at the point where we're still can experiment with some spells and then be able to memorize everything we need when we're walking into the kingdom, or are we at the point where we can't be using spells on experiments? We need to, if we want to save them for anything that happens.
Yeah, how
you can
close?
take all the time.
Yeah, how close are we? How many more days do we have till we get there? Is
So
this the
that
third?
inn was the end of the first day. So if you want to take any of the first day or any of the second day or any of the third day, travel,
Okay.
further experiments rather than traveling.
Okay. So do I have I can attempt to do a scrying on Tyrion.
Please do.
Okay. You can observe a creature at any distance. If the subject succeeds a will save, the spell fails. The difficulty of the save depends on how well your knowledge of the subject, on what sort of physical connection, if any, you have on that creature. Furthermore, if the subject is on another plane, it gets a +5 bonus to its will save. So, if I know the subject well, he gets a -5 on his will save, or I guess he could just not make a will save if he doesn't want one. If I've got a possession or garment of his, I don't know if I do. Then he gets a -4. If he fails the save, you can see and hear the subject and its surroundings. Approximately 10 feet in all directions.
All right. So you cast your scrying, and it goes through effortlessly. You know Tyrion pretty well. You saw him just a couple of days ago. You've buddied with him, and it looks like he's sleeping. It looks like he is sleeping in a dark dungeon, next to some rotting corpses, and you pull back a little bit, and Bran is apparently sleeping in the room too.
Oh, okay. I don't know this yet.
There's other
So-
people you don't recognize sleeping in the room. Theoretically, some people who look like they're probably Meisters, some people who look like they're Kingsguard.
Okay.
We got to get there quick, chat. We got to get to that town.
So
We're a couple days
discerning
away.
this, does it kind of okay? Is Bran in a wheelchair?
He is
Sleeping.
not. He is laid out on a slab.
I'll tell with the guys what I'm seeing here.
I think you can
What are
even
you guys
just
seeing?
show them the
them?
crystal ball or something.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, it's a
my
mirror.
eyes twinkle.
Yeah.
My eyes kind of sparkle. I'm like, where did you get such an item? It's beautiful. And I'm looking at like the mirror itself, like the artistry of the mirror and the fact that you can scry with it like that. I'm like super impressed by the spell.
Man, the mirror's nice, but I've had it for years to get my hair just right in the morning. The seeing other things, that's all me, baby. But it is something that you could learn. I don't know if it's worth it for a man of your exploding your foes on sight, pointing fingers and shooting lasers at them.
Nonetheless,
if
it
you
is
wanna waste it on-
it is an impressive spell.
Yeah, man. 3rd level bard spell too. For me, it's a 5th level spell. So,
God damn, that's a huge pocket mirror.
Size not to scale.
Yeah, I guess it would have to be big for us to be able to see it anyway.
Wow. Okay. Can I do trying to figure out if I can see any
Oh, and in case this wasn't clear, he didn't respond to the sending because he's been unconscious this time.
can I try and attempt to cast detect magic through it?
Yes, of course. How does that work?
The sensor has your full visual acuity, including any magical effects. In addition, the following spells have a 5% chance per caster level of operating through the sensor detect all the detects and message. So I don't know if I just do detect chaos, evil, good, law, detect magic. There you go. So I've got a 50% chance of detect magic working.
All right, let me roll that for you. Since you won't do it.
You're such a failure.
It does not go through the mirror. The mirror looks magical. The whole mirror radiates. Try it again. It's a cantrip. I mean,
It is.
So you do eventually figure out how to detect magic through the mirror and not just the
Guys,
mirror.
sorry guys, this is like a new thing. Like
Now I'm
just
laughing.
trying,
I'm like kind of smirking
Yeah.
over in a corner. Just kind of like, okay.
Well, you can't cast it at all.
I know,
so
I know, but I'm still scuffing.
enjoy
I
being
ask you
able
if
to
I can
yell
send
loud.
I ask you if I can send a lightning bolt through it or a ball of lightning.
Are you attempting that?
No,
No.
not a little.
All right, so you do detect through there, and you do see that both Bran and Tyrion and a number of those laid out sleeping appear to be under the effects of a
He got
enchantment.
a big roll.
Does Bran
I
look
didn't
like
read a lot of
he's
Dragonlance, but I read
emanating any illusion magic off
almost.
of him? Trying to see
I
if
read like
it looks
I
like
guess I don't have a lot of
it
them
could
up there.
actually
I'll put them
just
in a
be
box.
Bran, not.
But Forgotten
Yep.
Realms. How
You're
about
not
Forgotten
detecting
Realms
any
collection?
illusion down there.
All right. Any other notable things that we could look at and try and figure out where this dungeon is?
Maybe
Like,
you could.
Delaware, you want to look at this? Maybe engineer up, reverse engineer some schematics about where dungeons might be.
I'm a big fan, Joshua.
Look at some.
I got them all, dude. I've read them all.
Moss on the dungeon walls and figure out if
I've read
King's Landing or something.
most of the series
Delaware,
of
why
Forgotten
don't you
Realms.
roll knowledge history or knowledge local or knowledge those books that you read that one time or
Oh, I was thinking like dungeoneering.
Okay, that works too.
I mean, history and local would both be better than engineering, but
do history local. Do history then.
okay.
What are you rolling?
Roll to see if I can deduce anything about the location of the dungeon.
Okay, nice.
So good roll. Looking through the mirror and looking around the room, you do recognize some of the corpses. Some of them look like they were poisoned maybe a couple of months ago, and they look like the sand snakes. So unless somebody moved those corpses after they were left to rot in the dungeon by Cersei, then you got a good idea that they're underneath the
I
Castle
guess
King's
I'm
Landing.
better off alone.
Right on. Right
Does
on.
anyone want to try and cast a dispel magic through the mirror? I don't know if you can. I guess probably not. So I guess this begs the question, gentlemen. Do we like go beat up the bad guy and then try and rescue? Like, do we beat up the King Koopa and then rescue the princess, or do we rescue the princess and then run away?
Well,
Like,
are we riding with a large group of like people, or is it just us? How many people are in our party right now traveling along the road?
So it's just you three traveling. You've got horses. The road is a main thoroughfare to King's Landing, so you're never too alone.
Okay. What do you say, guys? We, haul ass to King's Landing's, perimeter, and kind of exit the road at that point and sneak into town and see if we can't find anything about where they might be before we just go rushing in. What do you think? If we ride into the center of town, what ramifications does that have, Delaware? What do you think?
I mean, whoever's got fake Bran and we've got Raisin Bran and Tyrion locked up is going to be on the lookout for us. I mean, I don't think we're going to be welcomed back, at least not genuinely. So if we start marching back, fake shows of welcome before we get ourselves into a sticky situation, I think the sneakier the better.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about something. How I know for the purposes of Roll20, you've got like a giant, but how big is the actual mirror we're using?
Dylan? It's probably like a shaving pocket mirror. So maybe 4 inches side to side.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Oh,
How big's your mirror?
Okay.
how big is my mirror?
Yeah. I see myself in your
reality.
pants. How big is the mirror in your pants?
I think I mean the mirror is like 8 inches by like 12 inches, I guess.
It would be a tight squeeze to use it for mirror transport to like sneak us into somewhere.
What about tossing a note or
Wait, hold on. I guess I was not hearing you guys. Delaware, you do have a spell that you could go through a mirror and
No, we need another mirror. But if you could use your scry to like a place like one of the neighbors or something that maybe we stayed at last time that had a mirror, we could get there when we're close. We can't do it from here. I'm thinking about ways to sneak in when we're close to when we're sort of either just outside the city or near the castle, but being sneaky, you could get in. I was just sort of thinking ahead. Mirror transport won't work over. You got to be within like 500 feet of the other mirror.
oh,
But I'm thinking of ways to be
Gotcha.
sneaky, since we were talking about whether we were going to like march down the center of town. I'm thinking it's a bad idea.
oh, you're thinking it's a bad idea to just walk in there like we don't know anything is awry.
Hold on, guys, just a second.
Actually, now that you mention it, I forgot about that ploy. Are we playing dumb here? Because if we're playing dumb, we absolutely do walk into town. But is that in our best interest right now?
I don't know if it's in our best interest, but I do feel like it's like in our wheelhouse, man. You know, like walk in and feel dumb or play dumb.
Definitely for me.
It is. Yeah, I think it certainly is something we do well.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're going for.
Hold on, let me check and see what my knowledge of idiocy is. It's very high, very high.
All right, I want to try one of them.
You said you can detect magic through this mirror. Can you send a message through the mirror?
Yes, you could do a message spell through the mirror.
So I have the ability to speak into people's minds. Okay, it's a great power to have, and it's called message. First level spell, pretty simple deal. I just cast it, and I
really
talk,
impressive.
and I look through the mirror, and I concentrate really hard, and then I talk to the people who are in the cell, and I ask them who did this, what happened. Speak softly. Can we hear through the mirror?
I think the DM may be dealing with
Absent.
some.
Okay.
Yeah, he might be dealing with a guest dungeon master named Mega Man. I would guess.
Is correct. With Scry, do you get audible? Do you get audio across this scrying mirror?
You can send message if you do it successfully. 5% per caster level roll. So I guess it's 45% since we're ninth level. So if he's successful, he can cast a message spell through it.
So is that what you're going to try to do? You're going to try to message?
I can only target one of the creatures. I can whisper messages and receive whispered replies. Those nearby me can hear me with a perception check. Point my finger at him. Let me see.
How you doing?
Okay, so it looks like I can at least cast it. Whether or not it can be cast through a mirror, I wouldn't know. But
I'm saying that that the scry spell says you can. If you got to
okay.
roll you got a 45% chance of making it happen.
And as it's a 0th level spell, you can just keep trying.
So what do I roll here?
You can roll a d20, and then you just need to have 9 or better. Or wait, 9 or... I'm sorry, 45% chance. Yeah, 11 or better. But also, you point your finger at the mirror.
The mirror breaks. The mirror breaks. I thought. Fuck.
Hold on a sec. Twice in a row?
Twice in a
Yeah.
row, bro.
The spell ends. The scry gets disrupted by Lagboot trying to shoot at finger guns.
I like wink and finger gun at the mirror.
Gabriel, your mirror has reverted to a normal mirror.
Gabriel, I'm so sorry, dude. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, boy, that was embarrassing when I did it, but it was nothing like that. At least it still's got a good reflection. Like, yeah, it still looks good as I look into it. Well, fun times.
Sorry.
So yeah, I guess does this change anything about how we're feeling, gentlemen?
Yeah, I'm feeling
Like-
quite dejected and embarrassed right now.
I mean, about what we want to do, though.
So you
no,
know
I
that
think we ride hard, man, and then we exit the road right near the town and kind of slink into the town undetected if possible, so we can get our eyes on what's happening and see if everything's normal in the streets. See if we can find out where they've taken the king.
Oh, so you're thinking like we sneak in and then do a little reconnaissance,
Yeah.
and then decide if
Right.
we want to just like walk in like we're idiots.
Listen, I can light a quick and you just need a spark and I can go invisible. I can fly up to the dungeon windows or whatever and peer in and see if I see our targets in there, and then we can see if we can maybe get in undetected. Instead of just walking into town like we don't know what's going on. What do you think? What do you guys think?
I was just thinking about that, but then I'm a little who or whatever is doing all this other, if they have the ability to keep us from using our magic and blocking, planar transportation, etc., they may not be fooled by our magical disguises and uh, invisibilities, etc. We may need to be thinking about a very, you know, thinking about a foe that's sort of onto our usual tricks.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. Like, we've kind of been playing in a sandbox that, like, you know, they're beating each other with sticks and rocks, man, and we've got, you know,
So you want to
we got finger
Well,
guns.
so you
But
want to do a little bit more of a traditional method of reconnaissance, and maybe see if we can do it, without using our normal bag of tricks, so we can be it'll be a little bit more randomized. I don't
I
know.
like the idea of trying to, but I think maybe we try that, like sneaking around outside, like if we can find a spot just outside the main city walls, some like, you know, some outpost
Good idea.
that's not too far, where they're still getting like they're still getting King's Landing news, but they're not within the sort of the city proper, and we're not really in the city. We just sort of in our little disguises stumble into some find some place, some nearby, and just see if we can dig anything up, if anybody knows anything, and maybe then we go in with our play dumb of, hey, we're back. We don't think anything's going on. We just expect everything's normal in King's Landing.
Where's Bran? Yeah. Okay. We can do that. Is there a rush? I mean, we were looking through the mirror all together. It looked like Tyrion was unconscious, and Bran didn't have his chair.
And
They could have been
number
poisoned.
and a couple of guards and a couple of meisters as well.
Yeah. Are we worried about their
well-being? They don't look
well-being?
poisoned.
Okay.
The enchantment looked like they were in like some deep slumber, like Sleeping Beauty kind of stuff.
All right. Well, so then we can definitely do your plan then. We have a little bit of time. If they're in a deep slumber, time is relative to them.
Hey, you guys may have a guy on the inside. Maybe you guys can send a message to Brock, who may or may not have stayed back in King's Landing and may or may not come and play with us again at some point in time in the future. I talked to him last week, and he said he was interested in playing, and he said that he thought it'd be cool if Brock had just stayed in King's Landing.
Yeah, let's send him a sending. Let me write it out.
Also, if you're planning on doing some sneaking around,
yeah,
he's probably the key. He's probably the best guy for it in the party.
Let's see. What?
I don't know what's going on. Set the town on fire for a distraction.
Wouldn't work. They're too used to it. That's gonna break the screen, Everett, and then you won't have it anymore.
Oh, Chris, were you gonna say something?
I can wait until we're done with the sending.
This is what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, Brock, what's the situation in King's Landing? Did Tyrion come back? Any news and info that we can
Pick one.
Any news and info will help. We're a day out. Does that sound good, guys?
I got what's the situation in King's Landing? Any news and info will help. We're a day out. I missed the middle part.
Oh, did Tyrion come back? Just to see if like he even knows, you know what I mean? Like we know that, like, so that way, like if he's like, oh yeah, Tyrion came back and then he like disappeared, or oh yeah, Tyrion came back and he got arrested, or oh Tyrion didn't come back, like, you know, just trying to see like what level Brock's on. Like, I mean, good guy, Brock. He likes a lot of the things I like, you know, partying, getting down, beating up demons, but like sometimes he's a little sketchy. So I don't know. I mean, I didn't think that Ziggy was gonna throw in with the enemy. I'm not sure about Brock either. So
I just look at you and like I trust him. I nod and I look super serious. I trust him.
Okay, that's another reason for me to be a little bit worried. You know, about him. Like, if, you know, I don't know. Do you trust me?
I trust you with my life, dude. You fucking saved my life. Look at me. I like tears kind of well up a little bit, and I look at you and I'm like, by the way, man, thanks.
Oh yeah, man. No, that's what I do. You know.
You're basically a necromancer.
Dude, bro, that's killing my street cred. Like, can we not say that? Like,
Ixnay on the Necronancy May.
yeah, like we don't like those words, man. It's not the preferred nomenclature.
And I'm like, oh, sorry, man, sorry. And then I mumble under my breath, "We basically are."
I mean, you were like mostly dead, man, but not like totally.
Better a necromancer than a necrophiliac, says chat.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you could have just had sex with me.
Chat is seriously internet action right there.
Yeah. 10,000 experience points, chat.
Anyway, okay, we'll send that message to Brock.
What's the situation in King's Landing? Did Tyrion come back? Any news and info will help. We're a day out.
Yep.
All right, dudes. I guess it is up to all of us on a player level, on a human in real life, away from keyboard level, to get that message to Brock and see if we can get him back into the game next week.
While we're waiting for that, there actually was another experiment I wanted to try.
Tell me about it.
Which was just trying to cast Blink, to see if I actually can go in and out of the ethereal plane.
That is a good question. Let's look at the spell. All right, so your blink spell seems to go off. You shoosh and are immaterial and are back, and everyone who's not Delaware, yeah, from your perspective, he is disappearing and reappearing.
All right. So where did you go?
Well, okay. So the way that spell works is I momentarily actually get into the ethereal plane. So I can, at least with certain spells, get out. And the thing is, that's not any sort of conjuration. That's a transmutation spell.
That's a good point. Also, the ethereal plane is like is let's see here, is the complete opposite of orthogonal to prime material planes. Like, essentially, the ethereal plane, there is like an ethereal plane that absolutely lays over the planes of all the prime material planes. So it's in the same place. The shadow dimension is also the Fey Wild, the mirror planes. These are all coterminal to prime material planes. Theoretically, you could, if you could stay on the ethereal plane, you could travel to a different prime material plane and from there get to the outer planes or get to other non-coterminal planes. Traveling ethereal plane does have its own dangers, but good guess. This is actually a way you could potentially get out of the plane, sidestepping this powerful spell.
Good. That's a
Yeah,
fucking good thing to know. Now,
I was thinking about whether I can, and it would probably have to be. I'm guessing, as with anything else, like, I would have a % chance. But my thought was, if needed, and the only thing is, I don't know, I can only do it I can only do it to myself.
you can't take us with you.
I can't take you guys with me, but I could, with assuming I had the same 50% chance, try to cast Dimensional Anchor while I'm in the ethereal, try to cast it while I'm doing it and hope I get it on the 50% when I'm in the plane, and then I'm there, and then I'm off. So then if I'm not on this plane, I could try to get out. But again, it only works for me. It's not something...
With the blink spell, are you talking about, or what spell are you talking about here?
Doing blink first, and then giving myself Hunter's chance at successfully casting Dimension Anchor when I'm in the ethereal plane. Dimensional Anchor.
I like that. That's a really clever sequence of spells.
So then you'll keep yourself in the ethereal plane.
It would be the way to get me off of this plane.
Yeah, and then you could travel. And then go back to the regular planes.
Okay. Running the risks of the ethereal plane, but
so over the next day or so, you need to think about how you can make it work for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, unless we just went back and unless we had decided to stay back at Highgarden until they got all the forges running, and we could between my knowledge of the spell and Gabe's ability to craft, till we could put together tokens of the spell.
So we could all blink. Well,
but even then, I don't know.
That's a good idea too. That's a good idea too, to try and create some big ass totem. Because I'm assuming it's a high level spell. Create some totems for all of us to do the Dimensional Anchor and the blink together, and to trap us in the ethereal plane. Blink first.
Blink is 3rd level, and that's definitely the one it only works. I can only do it on myself.
Dimensional Anchor is a 4th level spell.
Yes, but
you could. For this situation, I'm imagining something about the size of a large backpack. To be a little bit heavy to carry around with you, but it could be a token of both the Dimensional Anchor and the...
Because I can, the Dimensional Anchor, I can hit other describe a green ray springs from your hand. You must make a touch attack. Any creature or object struck by the ray is covered with the completely blocks extra dimensional trap.
These guys are insane, by the way, Josh.
I could hit all of us, and
as
for
far
the duration
as
of that,
Pathfinder,
I would have just enough time to try to get out if we really wanted to get out instead of march back to King's Landing. Of course, now that we know that Brock's back there, we have to get him.
This is my first game ever, by the way.
We've already left enough people places we didn't intend to leave them. I don't want to leave Brock in King's Landing permanently. And we've already said we're going to come back. But if we could find a way to get blink to work on you guys, I could then do dimensional anchor on all of us, which would give us 9 minutes to get stuck in the ethereal plane, assuming we landed on that, because it's still a 50-50 chance to get it right. Then we would have 9 minutes to get off to use you know, planar transportation to try to get the hell to the Tower of Song. Maybe the card would work. The Joker would work, right?
Are you saying the 9 minutes because that's the length of the dimensional
That is
anchor?
the duration of the dimensional anchor.
It's the duration on blink.
Oh yeah.
Because potentially which is only one round a level. So if you successfully blink and then anchor yourself on the ethereal plane, the blink spell will end, and then you'll just be stuck on the ethereal plane.
Oh boy.
Fuck, dude. Well, if we wore these, if we took the time, created these backpacks, and then we waltz into town like we don't know what's going on, and see if we can't save them, and just keep it as a backup plan to get GTFO. You know what I mean? How long would it take to create these backpacks, these totems? Would we have to go back to?
Yeah, you have to have a laboratory, which you don't currently have. It could take weeks to set up a laboratory.
Yeah. I'm saying it might absolutely need someone to get out. There's that possibility, but I don't know how we can make it work for everybody, unfortunately. And I don't have that's the only way I know to get out.
Well, then let's just continue.
Okay.
Let's just continue on the path. We got 2 more days before we even get there, and let's formulate a plan. It sounds like we're going to need a lot of, dispel magics, destroy illusion, seeing spells to really get past this illusionist. And I'm interested in trying to save this realm from whatever forces, locked them away, brought in these monsters, and I want to see it out if possible, is what I'm saying. Having a backup plan where we can, get out of here is great, but for now, I'd like to, focus on getting to King's Landing and, confronting in some way or another this person or being that is causing the anomalies in all of the kingdoms and has imprisoned our friends.
Have you guys considered that the real king is still alive?
The dragon.
I'm pretty sure the dragon's dead, man. But
Yeah,
I mean,
we
like,
killed the dragon.
Yeah, you killed the dragon, and you were told by the illusionist that the king died about the same time as the dragon died. But
well,
here
it looked like
you've
he was-
scried and you've seen him sleeping on a. You did see. You saw his body on the bed under an enchantment spell, the same enchantment spell that's keeping Tyrion asleep right now.
This is chat. This is a hell of a campaign.
What was that?
They've been to.
Was there anybody in there? Okay, so Tyrion was in there, but he was also asleep. Was there anybody in there awake?
There were also some meisters and guards also under the effects of this spell, or a similar enchantment.
Everybody was asleep. We didn't see anybody awake.
Correct.
Okay.
I think we just need to go in. I think getting some reconnaissance like around King's Landing is a good plan, and then we just walk in like we don't know what's up, and if need be, we need to go like beat Ziggy down, dispel some magic.
Whoever's doing is going to come to us when we stroll into town. That's for sure.
Well,
and actually,
also, if you dispel if you dispel magic on Ziggy and then like he's not Bran anymore, we're not going to have any trouble from the locals. It's going to be like, who are you? You're some weird like makeup wearing dude sitting in Bran's chair, like, what's going on, man? Where's Bran?
Oh,
We can-
Unless the locals blame us.
well, what
We're
we
the
could
only
do,
ones that have
you're
come
go-
in using magic.
you
They're
guys,
going to see us cast a spell and turn their king into somebody in weird sparkly clothing.
well, if we take
And-
Delaware's plan and we go to the outskirts of the town, we can start spreading rumors. I am a bard, of course. I could come up with a nice little ditty about how we saved the city, and now everything ain't quite as bad, and now it ain't quite so shitty, something like that, just right off the top, and the whole land will be just so the whole realm will be so excited. The whole city will be super excited to see us coming into town. They'll be cheering in the streets with this charm or enchantment that I'll put out, on the entire. I'll start a rumor of how great we are and how we vanquished all these foes, and all the common people will love us. So we'll walk in. They won't be able to arrest us.
A while ago.
They won't be able to arrest us. Follow me here, right? Because of how amazing we are. So, but we know that the bad guy will come right to us and lead us to what he thinks will be our demise, and then we just take him out.
Oh, that's a really good plan. You might even start rumors about how there is a wizard who is influencing the king or something like that. So people will be ready for the dispelling of the illusion.
Oh yeah, not only will they cheer us on, then they would rally behind us as well. We could have the whole entire city coming down on these fools.
Yeah.
All right. I think we've got a interlude of guest dungeon mastering from the evil clockmaster here.
Or will they? Says Woked Up.
Are you ready, Evie? Are you ready, Mega Man, for more dungeon mastering? All right. Guest dungeon master away.
Sometimes Mega Man doesn't wear his helmet. That's just a game sounding.
said that.
That game has music in it, so that's fine. Yeah, I'm totally no. Why aren't you not talking?
Listen.
Why you're not?
It's always important to wear a helmet.
Yeah.
It's always important to wear a helmet.
Yeah, it is important to wear a helmet. Sometimes Mega Man wears a different helmet. Sometimes Mega Man isn't supposed to wear his helmet, and sometimes he's supposed to wear his helmet. Did you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, no, Axel. What?
How does his hair look if he's not wearing the helmet?
I don't know.
Does he look awesome?
Yes, Woked Up. He's
Yeah,
being brainwashed about Mega Man.
What? Crazy. No, it's what? I don't know what this is saying on Daddy's laptop.
It's saying all the experience points for Gabriel.
Just say this. Say level 10. Can you say level 10?
Level 10.
Yes.
He can't milestone you guys, sorry.
Come on, dude. We were working it in there. He's the guest dungeon master. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, seriously, guys, that's what happens every time a guest dungeon master comes in, and that's why we never have guest dungeon masters. I should have known. It would have been no different with my own blood.
I mean, it's a question of what hill do you want to die on? Do you want to deal with your players being annoying, or your guest dungeon master totally throwing a tantrum and destroying the bathroom and flushing the cat down the toilet.
He'll do that if you won't let.
I don't think he will flip out if you guys do not level up right now.
If you don't let him talk, he flips out though, huh? If you don't,
there's an element of that potentially.
Yeah, I could tell.
There's a lot of you guys are talking and I'm on mute while he's going, let me talk to them. Let me talk to them.
Tell him to get a job.
I'm glad there's someone out there that thinks I am so cool.
Dude.
That he will totally put all of the toilet paper in the toilet and flush it if he's not allowed to talk to us.
No. What?
It's true.
All right, so I think we've got a pretty
good
decent
message
plan.
to send out to Brock. You guys have a pretty good handle on the situation back in King's Landing. You've got a new directive now, which is potentially return the rightful king to his throne. That could really patch things over with Leonard, I think. The terseness of his message, you may attribute to him thinking you guys killed the king that he was trying to help and set up a usurper. I'm also gonna just, you guys, your characters are savvy enough to realize that, like, based off of the conversation you had with him with the one sending, he very possibly had been under the impression for the last couple of weeks, with the lack of communication, everything, that you guys were in on it, but now maybe with the sending that you'd sent him, he realizes that you guys either are still on his side and were kind of duped by this move, or maybe you thought you were on the other side, but you realize you got, if and when you run into him again, you'll probably have to tell him this whole story. Otherwise, he'll stick some golems on you.
All right. Well, it sounds like this week and next, Lagboot's going to be spreading some tales of wonder about the Bahum clan everywhere we stop, and hopefully it'll fan out and
something about the spiteful dingaling. We're gonna kill the spiteful dingaling and bring back the rightful king.
That sounds good. Ying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but make sure it's like I don't know, like, don't be doing it as you, like, talking in these bars, like
oh yeah, that's
in
true.
pubs, like it's other.
Yeah, I'll make it real subtle.
Bards.
I'll make it real subtle about how it's just we're saving the realms. We're saving the realms one at a time, busting out ill-ass, fresh-ass rhymes,
Also be doing more than just the whisper campaign here. Like, we should be, like, from now on, we should be absolutely doing, like, whenever we walk into a pub, we should be like, drinks are on us for the rest of the night.
Yes,
like
winning them over with
like
niceness.
Pulling a Marjorie Tyrell.
Helping people in any way we can, like using our magic to, like, solve people's problems as we stroll through. But think like the show Hercules, like, where he just went around helping people. Except we're going somewhere specific, not homeless.
Ooh, yeah. I found a spell that'll help with that, Dave, especially in the Reach. What was it? Plant growth. Ranger spell. I will read it to you.
This is so cool. I love Dungeons and Dragons.
So
we've been to hell.
This effect
David
targets
Bowie's
plants
mansion.
within a range of half a mile, raising their potential productivity over the course of the next year to 1/3 above normal, which is a 3rd level ranger spell.
We were
that
asked
I
to come
just
help in this realm.
learned. Can I cast that?
Turns out it's
Um,
King's Landing and the Seven Kingdoms from Game of Thrones.
That's definitely the kind of spell that if you just get yourself in the habit of casting it, you get really popular as you go traveling across the lands.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I can't remember if I can cast it at 9th level or not. Check. No, next time when we level up, that's what I'll be able to cast it.
I smell a victory lap coming on.
Yeah, we're gonna go check out.
Slay a few more monsters, gain a few more levels, then go back and visit everybody who we saved.
Yeah.
And check out the research on the Spelljammer and how they're doing. And then we take a Spelljammer into space and go between the spheres and encounter other flying cities on the back of huge creatures.
Funny you should mention that. I just picked up PDFs of all the Spelljammer stuff.
You need to be... Oh, you fucking joking. That would be the best.
I can share it with you. I'll send it over to you, Lagboot.
I'd be freaking out if the campaign started in that direction. Who doesn't want to go to space, man?
I want to go to space. Mega Man wants to go to space. All right, gentlemen. This has been
next time.
Another exciting adventure of, doing some experiments and being a couple of days away from the city. And it's always sunny. It's always sunny in Westeros.